From the subreddit antiwork. Lying flat in the United States. Lying flat is a lifestyle choice that some of the people in China are participating in to protest their increasingly bleak chances of economic success. The lying flat movement is apparently gaining a lot of traction in China. Lying flat is a lifestyle which involves one working as little as possible, buying as few things as possible, so only buying things that are absolutely necessary, and not having kids. In the United States, many find it hard to find economic success despite our politicians and media companies telling us how well the economy is doing/improving. With inflation going through the roof, college costs being sky high, employers demanding more qualifications, production, and hours from their workers while offering less benefits and pay, and the rich getting richer during the pandemic, it is not hard to see why it is constantly getting harder to succeed in this country. We should start a lying flat movement here. Funny, that's just how I've been living because I'm a broken husk of a human being. Oh wow. I had no idea I've been lying flat for a while. I work, I quit and fuck off for a while, get a new job, quit, repeat the cycle. Because fuck it. Of course, at the moment my car is broken and I have no ability to do anything but fuck around on Reddit literally all day. Uck. I'm a happy man at 47 living flat. I've arrived and painfully gotten by and used alcohol to numb the emotional pain of no money. Well, it was a viscous cycle. Nowadays, I make $15,000 or less and live in with modest living in Greater Phoenix. Life is much better this way. Start? A very large portion of America already does this because they have no choice. Till I have been lying flat for my entire working career. What about vacations? What bothers me most about this is I left my longest relationship over my ex not wanting kids, and me being all in love and wanting to start a family. Sure, combined income, we probably would have been okay. But now I just can't see having a child. Why? I'm not rich, what would I be able to provide them with? Sorry I'm poor, good luck though. Fuck. It bothers me every day. She pretty much hates me for it too, and I can't fix it. This year's been so bleak, and there's no end in sight. I'm sad that the lying flat movement is basically dead, as far as I know, in China. The government banned all talk of it. Makes sense since it might threaten the way the ruling elite expect the economy to work. But I'd be happy if it caught on elsewhere. I've been doing this for years. However, I buy moderately. I'm already living like that, just not by choice. I've gotten used to it though. This sounds like something America needs to stop the buying. But will also die from as they need consumers. Shit, I've been doing that since 2002 without even knowing it. A smart thing the Asian flat layers do is group up and live together. It's cramped, but you save so much money off rent. And cooking in bulk also saves money. I guess it's all about minimalism and efficiency. People in China choose to live like that to protest, people in the West are just forced to by economic imperatives. Buying only the necessary things is the only way I can afford to live anyway, haha. Well, guess I'm ahead of the game lol. I quit my full-time job in June, have just worked here and there since then. I cook at home instead of eat out, conserve electric and water as much as I can, and try to not buy anything unnecessary. I even reuse my water bottles 500 times each and take them on road trips and stuff to avoid gas stations and eating out. I always take a cooler with us when we go out of town. I opt for doing things at home or cheap things instead of going out when I can. I drink my alcohol at home instead of at the bar to save money. I'm already there. Movement? This has been a lifestyle and not by choice. As a bonus, not having kids also spares them from having to deal with this shit too. We have. Are you that behind? Have you seen the news about people quitting, or anything in this sub? Sometimes I wonder if certain civilizations collapsed because people did stuff like this and all the governments don't want to teach us about it because they're scared. I don't doubt it, and fuck em, let's collapse society, whoa oh, eat the rich. I can't wait to hear boomers on the news complaining that people aren't fucking enough and we're not going to have enough kids to throw into their slave labor market. This is sad on multiple levels, and the kids thing really sticks out to me. Neoliberalism/objectivism has eugenics as a feature, and one way this is achieved is by making the undesirable people, not sociopaths, unable to afford to have children. I think most of us been doing this already. Buying nothing sounds good to me. Work stoppages may hurt abusive employers, but buying no more garbage? The biggest corporations on the planet will be on their knees inside a month. Americans will never give up their possessions even when they can't afford them. Instead, we go into debt and rack up bills that we can't pay, and we repeat the cycle. Our economy is based on people living beyond their means. Imagine only buying what you can afford to pay all at once, no one would have anything. Lying flat lifestyle works in China because China has lower cost of living and most younger generations live with family and are supported by their parents or even grandparents. Sure, China invented this movement. Americans over here like, welcome to the party. John Lennon wakes up from his sleep and it's been done. Getting rich off a pandemic, get ready, V3 of this is about to kick off. A good economy in a fully capitalist country doesn't mean everyone has a dignified income, it may as well just mean the rich are very rich, in spite of how well the working class is doing. I'm lying flat right now. I love living like this. Fuck working your life away. We have been brainwashed into believing we need to purchase all these material possessions to be happy, and it's complete bullshit. I enjoy making memories over buying the latest X item for a ridiculous price. I feel like this is just peddling from the elite since the working class isn't needed anymore in their eyes. The movement itself seems to be giving them what they want. Okay, but it sounds super depressing. Can you buy things to be happy? Or is it literally only what's required to survive? 'Cause while I don't need much, I do like things. I'd rather not have to cut those things out. It's not like I go on annual vacations to Hawaii or anything, but I do buy the occasional game and go for fast food once in a while. Your description makes it sound like I couldn't do that were I to lie flat. A very tiny fraction of people would be able to have that discipline here in the US, gotta get that PS5. We used to call it planking. There is a lying flat movement here, Lamau. And it's not by choice. It's literally just being poor. Are you trying to get people to LARP being poor? Makes me think of Bartleby the Scrivener. I feel like I already do that, and it sucks. Shit, I'm a gamer and compulsive buyer, but I'm mainly buying indie games. Not that AAA crap. Someone should let Kentucky know. Oh, I am definitely starting this my very next day I'm on the clock. Lying flat isn't a movement, it's just how I'm getting by. I stay doing this. Based on my experience living in China, the lying flat movement is overblown. I don't know a single person involved. Lots of media attention on it, basically government-sponsored public shaming, but a tiny fraction of people engaged in it. Basically, China is cutting it off before it can happen. Oof, those Chinese people are going to get fucked by the SSSR. There is so much to criticize here, our system is so fucked up. But at least the government can't secret police me or some shit for talking about it. Let's do it. You do this in Asia, and in no time will be labeled as a non-ambitious individual. Now that this lifestyle has a name, I can't wait to see how it'll be misinterpreted. This is how I live. I've never been happier. Didn't planking already happen? But, last time I checked, there's nowhere in the country where one can afford to live on full-time minimum wage alone. So how can one work as little as possible and still survive out here? Anyone please tell me the solution. So, I'm unemployed and constantly living on an ever-diminishing budget. I also don't plan on having kids because my life is already terrible and theirs would be even more. Am I lying flat? Because if so, I've done it for like, a year. It's cool that it has a name now, I guess. So because it's not easy to be successful, just do nothing and don't even try, thanks. Been flat 25 years, it's no fun. Lol. I basically do that now, just not willingly. The thing about laying flat is that it's not sustainable. Especially here in the US. Eventually something will get you back in the system. Be it a medical bill or the cops just because. Further, it does nothing to postpone collapse. It's pure nihilism. I've heard somewhere it is better to accept I am already dead and fight, because the alternative is I do not fight and I die anyway. I think the point of life is to enjoy it. If lying flat is enjoyable to you, great. If you are just a vessel lying flat until you die. That sounds horrible. To my comrades saying they'd rather noose than endure 996, remember that your life is far more valuable than, for instance, the building where a business might try to impose such a work culture, and your life is also far less flammable. Aha, so there's a name for it. I fucking love doing the bare minimum in life, count me in. If all the American companies that pay their workers in China slaves' wages would only pay them living wages and make them work only 40 hours, 5 days a week, Chinese won't have to do this lying flat shit and can actually enjoy living. Oh cool, I've been lying flat without trying.